Time to finish saying the rest of our goodbyes. Oh no! Yesterday, the Intelligence Division appeared at the harbor. Special Ops soldiers? That means the Intelligence Division's little kill squad. Do you get it? They're the same thing. Apparently, there was a fight between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Army in the harbor block yesterday. Word is, all the Intelligence Division people were arrested. To show up just in the nick of time, that's Julia for you. So the remnants of the Intelligence Division were hiding in the harbor. I know Kanone tried to flee, but the Royal Guard eventually managed to capture her. That would mean all the Intelligence Division heads have been caught, right? I swear, everything I hear ends up making Colonel Richard look even worse. Do you still believe in him, though? Do you still want him released? Because you did write that letter. Now, my dear, what do you believe is the most important thing to live for in life? Why, the most important thing is the strength to endure, of course. No matter how terrible the circumstances, so long as we band together and endure, we can overcome any obstacle. As long as you have a strong, steadfast heart, you'll be able to be happy. Aww. My sweet hubby stayed up nearly the whole night getting us the perfect seats for the martial arts competition. I'll have to lay on the charm extra thick come next year if I'm gonna get him to do it again. What to do? Oh, don't give me that look. I'm only kidding. Maybe. I work my hardest to keep this house in shape for him. Everything I do it for love. I really, truly love that man. The reason I'm so selfish all the time? I want him to show me how much he loves me. I want to see how far he'll go. Okay. Sure, I could do all the housework. Could being the operative word. But if I did that, I wouldn't get a chance to see my hubby work so hard for me, now would I? Okay. Am I dreaming? What's going on? Something must be terribly wrong. You there, you've got to help me. It's my wife. She's doing chores. Love. Okay. After we had a fight, I was going to leave the house, but he stopped me. And then I finally realized how I felt. He thinks more of me than I ever thought he did. Aww. Where is he? Oh. Last night at dinner, I decided I'll make a point of talking to my wife every day. I've always been bad at talking about how I feel, but if I don't even try to convey how I feel, there's no way it'll reach her, huh? Alright, well, good luck, have fun. Looks like all the marital problems from the first game have been solved. I'm sure the Intelligence Division wanted to cause trouble for the signing ceremony. Not really. Last night in the West Block, apparently all Orbmans just cut out. There was a case like that in Zeiss a while back. If Orbmans stopped working, my store's dead. And my life that I spent on the store would also be over. Well, we don't want that. Ever since we fought, Zacharias and I haven't talked much. But I don't think I'm wrong at all. I'm hearing that there was a battle over near the harbor. That's just crazy. Yesterday, I heard someone arguing around here. Though given the hour, it might have just been a couple of drunks fighting. After that incident with Captain Amalthea and everything, feels pretty dangerous here in the West Block. Maybe I should move to the South Block. I'd rather be in the North Block, but that's premium real estate, being so close to the castle and all. The rent is crazy there. Makes sense. Indeed, this too is fate. I thought I'd go see the sights, but the harbor's closed. I thought the harbor district seemed kinda loud. Guess something bad happened. But if things can stay calm from here on, then all's well. What was that? I saw a giant metal doll thing fly off during last night's mess. I bet the Liberal News has the details. I've got to pick up the next edition. I don't know, the for sale sign is still up. When I heard my husband had gotten mixed up in that mess of the harbor, I felt the life drained out of me. I'm so glad he's safe. My wife's been really stressed lately, and it's all because of me. I think I'll try and help ease her workload around the house on my next day off. Aww. Seriously, all of the couple problems here from the first game, they're just, getting resolved. The harbor's closed again. I thought all the crap from the coup would have been done and over with by now. If this keeps up, I might seriously be out of a job. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, okay? They're just cleaning up the mess from Amalthea's reign of destruction. A fair portion of the harbor facilities were destroyed by the tank. And Duncan was captured by the special ops, too. I hope he's not hurt. Or are you the guy who was actually... I don't know. They have the same character design, so I don't know who was who. I don't know who is who anymore. Seems like there was a big case over at the harbor. Apparently the reporters have been running all over since late last night. Niall never did show up. You're those Bracer friends of Niall's, right? Next time you get some kind of scoop that might turn into a good article, give it to me. Hey, sounds like you had a late night last night, but thanks for helping with Niall's coverage. You just went out with Dorothy a bit ago. They said they were going to poke around town and do a little digging about last night's incident. So I guess they're not here for us to interrogate on why he never showed up last night. But it's fine. It's fine. They say the Royal Army's been using military ships to perform a large-scale investigation. They found their target a number of times, but they keep getting shaken off. And shaking off military ships is no small order. Who the heck could design such a machine? Yeah, where did Ren get her giant orbital doll anyway? Like, from the society? They just decided, hey, let's just give this kid her own toy. The harbor isn't very far from here, is it? I need to keep Rian safe while my husband is away. I don't want to see what happened to her in the coup ever happen again. Whoa, apparently a tank went on a rampage at the harbor. Rumors say the tank was headed for the castle. So was it going to go right past us? Maybe. Are the streets here even wide enough for the tank to really go through? They told me not to go out today. Mr. Richard hasn't come to play much lately either. It's so boring. Wait. Did Estelle just talk to a pigeon? The entire city's talking about the Intelligence Division. I wonder if the people working at the harbor facilities are okay. You can talk to the pigeons? Okay, let's do one more. Or did we scare them all off already? Captain Amalthea, huh? A pitiable end for someone who used to be an elite officer of the Intelligence Division. Goddess, please protect my siblings as they walk the road home. Hey, come on, let's go home. Goddess, please protect us. O Goddess of the Sky, Adios, grant our city peace again. Prayer is the best way to calm oneself. Yes, honey, this too is Adios' blessing. I don't know much about Gralsritter either. Not even the Archbishop has a full grasp on them, it seems. Given the nature of Gralsritter's duties, I suppose that's to be expected, but still. From the perspective of stopping the Special Ops soldiers, he was correct. However, his mission should be to recover artifacts. That is the priority. Spilled milk cannot be rebottled. Though nothing can be done, that does not mean he will not be punished. Of course, he, Father Kevin, was well aware of that, I'm sure. Surely, protecting the lives of the citizenry and your allies should take priority over just recovering artifacts. There were a number of injured people amongst the Royal Guard following last night's incident. O Goddess of the Sky, Adios, bestow your blessings on the brave and proud. Ringing an orbital tank, Adios, talk about going all out. Sorry, but the harbor is currently in the middle of rebuilding. It'll probably be a while before we can let you in again. Right? See, they're just rebuilding, cleaning up after Amalthea's mess. No worries. You'll be back at your job in no time. Okay, I think we visited everybody here. Niall and Dorothy were not in attendance. There's been talk of this enormous orbital construct appearing around the harbor. Everyone's saying it's one of Professor Russell's crazy new weapons going on a rampage. Think it could be true. The rumors won't stop until there's some official report. I wish they'd say something already. Oh my gosh, just blaming Russell. Had that tank entered the city grounds, the damage would have been far worse. One mistake could have set the entire capital ablaze. Just the thought alone is horrifying. There's evidence that the intelligence division was manipulating their budget. I say manipulating, but there's enough to prove they made a number of unauthorized expenses. Gee, you think? One such expense includes that tank that showed up around the harbor. That's another mystery solved, at least. How do I put this? I feel like I understand what it means to be left behind now. I intend to make a new start on my life here and enjoy fishing with my wife. Things are bound to be a little complex, but... Starting with his next vacation, I'll be teaching my husband to fish. My husband is willing to take me on a fishing trip next time he has vacation days saved up. A lot's happened, but right now, I'm actually pretty happy. Oh, we're happy for you. Good luck with that, have fun. Captain Amalthea is an amazing woman in more ways than one. I don't think anyone else would have been able to carry out the same plans so meticulously. It just isn't the kind of thing your average officer could pull off. She'd make for a terrifying enemy. If only she would use her powers for good instead of evil. Did you hear about the West Block? Crazy stuff, right? Good thing that finished off the remnants of the intelligence division. We should be able to rest easy for a while. That tank was horrifying. Oh, did you see it? Miss Estelle, will you be departing? We sincerely hope you will make use of our hotel upon your next visit to Grancel. Our entire staff will be eagerly waiting to greet you again. No need to wait. Okay, Shara's not like on the verge of keeling over now. We never did get to meet any of the guests. Any of the foreign dignitaries staying at the hotel. To think there was a battle between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Guard. I've come touring at a truly terrible time. I hope the landing port isn't closed like before. Listen, yesterday I saw Miss Julia running off towards the harbor. After that, those Intelligence Division goons were caught, right? It's so amazing. We just went to the harbor on tour yesterday. An incident like that at the harbor. Seems the last of the Intelligence Division criminals were caught. It was inevitable, though. After all, Adios is watching to make sure they can't do anything bad. Princess, will you be entering the castle? Yes, please. If it's Her Highness's order. Please enter. Please pass. Please pass through. Was not expecting Chloe to be able to say goodbye to her grandmother. Ow, my wound still hurt. But I'm glad we could stop that tank from getting into the city. The Intelligence Division invented something truly mad. I can't believe they have them, like, on duty again so soon. The day right after they got, like, attacked. The commander used to be some amazingly skilled man. He was called the Demon Commander. Makes you wonder what kind of man he was. Who? Is it Morrigan? Who's the Demon Commander? Princess. You and the Royal Guard really saved our butts this time, Julia. It was all thanks to Colonel Sid's swift and appropriate judgment. And if Father Kevin hadn't been there, it still might have been Kanone's win. Captain Amalthea is over at Lyston Fortress now, right? I've heard that she's willing to talk about Ren and the Society. If you want to know about Kanone, I can tell you she understands the severity of the situation and her own role in this. All she needs is the right chance. You must know Captain Amalthea pretty well, Julia. She was a rival, but our rivalry was one where we brought out the best of each other back in the military academy. I don't think that changed even after I went to the Royal Guard, and she was assigned to the Intelligence Division. Thinking about it, I may be who I am now because of her. I don't think that something like this settles things between us at all. Julia. Still though, the Society. The abilities of their enforcers is one thing, but to have the technological capability to make something like that giant mechanized doll. Our enemies are far more powerful than we thought. I can hardly say I was underestimating them, but clearly I need to revise how I perceive them. Oh no, it couldn't be. No. The commander of the Royal Guard? Wasn't that, So the Demon Commander is Philip, because he used to be part of the Guard, right? Surely. Why didn't we have Philip with us then? Those Intelligence Division types developing something like that in secret. If the captain hadn't come, who knows what would have happened to the capital? Why does Duke Dunnan get a Royal Guard member as his personal bodyguard? But Chloe does not. She deserves Julia as her personal bodyguard. Let's see. I need to make sure I don't miss anything crucial for the food stocks. We're gonna start getting real busy soon. There will be a party held to celebrate the signing ceremony at the villa. I'm currently whipping up a possible menu for the buffet I'm planning. On my honor as a chef, I shall serve the best food I'm able to ensure that the signing ceremony goes smoothly. We'll be heading out to the villa a day in advance to start prepping the food for the event. There's going to be a lot of important people, so we need to keep close track of our ingredients. Not only could food poisoning turn a motion for peace into an international incident, it could potentially stain Mr. Gervais' name as a chef. Makes sense. The Duke seemed so happy about coming back to the capital. I bet he was kicked out because he was going to be a problem for the signing ceremony. That's what we thought too. Apparently, Kanone was captured during yesterday's events. The politicians were overjoyed, calling it a big roundup, but Huh, isn't there still the captain of the Special Ops on the loose? Lady Claudia, Estelle. That letter was no mere prank, was it? To think the former intelligence division was involved. Yeah, really. I didn't think it'd come to fighting Captain Amalthea. To Kanone, the Colonel truly was everything. As a fellow woman, I can empathize with her actions and her feelings. You have such a kind heart, Hilda. Now we must wait for the Queen to provide her sanction. On top of preparing for the signing ceremony, cleaning up after this, I'm worried for the Queen's health. Duke Dunnon's come back to the castle. I'd be 1,000 times happier taking care of Colonel Richard over at the fortress. But you know, the Duke doesn't stare at people with those same lecherous, dirty eyes like he used to. Ah, have I gotten heavier lately? Maybe he's finally learned his lesson after being kidnapped. Right? Maybe? Kanone has been captured. With her out of the picture, that's finally the end of the intelligence division, I suppose. I'm sure that's a weight off Julia's shoulders. Justice wins in the end, as it must. Have you heard the news? The Arcee's been loaded with its new engine. I hope to see it soon. If you're looking for Her Majesty, she's currently resting in her room. I believe she just received a report about the incident in the audience chamber. Why, Claudia and Estelle. I've already received a report about Kanone's deeds from Julia. Though truly, she was a problem I should have solved personally. Estelle, everyone, I'm so very sorry for this mess. No, not at all. Besides, Ren, the one behind this, isn't a total stranger to us. Yes, I'd heard. For a small child like that to be a member of the society was, frankly, a shock. Her and the existence of her giant orbital construct could cause confusion among the citizenry. So I'm considering keeping a secret for now. It is frustrating, but it's probably for the best. Yes, depending on the situation, it could even cause significant effects internationally. It'd go that far? Yeah, next time I see Ren, she is so getting a spanking for this. You may leave searching for them to Cassius and General Morgan. I intend to do everything I can on my end as well. For now, that means I must see the signing ceremony through safely. I know you'll see it through, Your Highness. Estelle, I know it won't be easy, but I need you to stay strong. Of course. And Claudia. Yes? I look forward to hearing your answer soon. Yes, Grandmother. Well then, everyone, take care. Alright, you take care too. Don't work too hard. Okay? I've heard tell that Duke Dunnon was taken as a hostage in last night's events. That's what he gets for wandering out and about so late. He was even put under house arrest out at the villa, but I see now that he hasn't learned a thing. Maybe now, you know? So the last of the intelligence division have been caught, have they? Justice served in my book. Those ruffians were nothing but trouble for all of us. We must have them pay for their crimes, together with Colonel Richard. Well, this guy is clearly not a Richard sympathizer. feel like Richard is on the road to redemption. He has started making amends. And he did, sacrifice himself to save Estelle and company. And then he convinced Kanone to cooperate with the investigation. I'm sorry. Want to go get some ice cream over there together? I did good and watched over the house while you were gone. I wasn't lonely or anything. What, seriously? But you know that Duke. Don't you think he's a little cute? I'm sorry, what? Wait until you meet him. Wait until you meet him. Seems like that super lame Duke's come back to the capital. Last night it seems something really crazy happened. All my customers have been talking about the harbor incident nonstop. Thanks to that, I've become pretty familiar with the case. It's true that lately there's not been much to talk about, and that was sad, but I wish they'd spare us stuff like last night. I want some really, really big topic that'll get everyone talking. It seems like the Intelligence Division did something crazy again. I'm just extremely relieved that there were no fatalities amongst the citizenry. Seems like some kind of incident happened. I wonder what exactly. Where did our buddies go? I've thought long and hard about it, and you know what? I need to cultivate my inner beauty to meet a wonderful man. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could both bring out the best of each other? Alright, good luck with that, have fun. Huh. I mean, I guess they went on their journey. Or they decided to chase the sunset again. The town's kinda noisy. Did something happen? Lately, I've been so busy with my family that I haven't paid much attention to current events. My sister apparently went off to Bose to study in order to open her own shop. At this rate, she might quit the department store, she said. Sis, please don't leave me behind. I'm lonely. Didn't you have like a vacation coming up? And then she just left? Aw, that's just sad. My house is in the West Block, so I heard crazy loud noises from the harbor. Even I was shocked to hear it was an Intelligence Division tank, though. I'm glad my house wasn't crushed by something like that. Wait. Or are you the one who's usually behind the counter, and you're just... You must be the one who's usually behind the counter. And then your sister, who's usually here, is in Bose on her vacation. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. Today's all been talk about that crazy incident ever since morning. I'm glad they captured the rest of the Intelligence Division before the signing ceremony. Colonel Richard was very popular with the citizenry. I can understand why the folks in the Intelligence Division would be willing to do anything for him. But come on, no tanks, seriously. Last night, I saw some of the Royal Guard running off to the West Block. I also heard what sounded like a big cannon from the port. I wonder what that was about. It was kind of violent sounding. I see our, visitor from Roland is no longer here. I guess she finally gave up on Grancel. I heard a rumor that the one behind all that mess was a tiny kid. There's no way that could be true, right? So the Intelligence Division caused an incident like that. I suppose it could be considered more fruits of Colonel Richard's treason. One way or another, a military solution isn't a good one. Apparently, they caught the remnants of the special ops guys hiding out at the harbor. It's a relief to have one worry out of the way before the signing ceremony. That stuff at the harbor was terrible, huh? The culprit, Kanone, she's that woman who was always stuck to Colonel Richard, right? She always did have a sneaky face, after all. Olivier, would you like to enter the embassy? Would you mind? Oh, so maybe we need Zen to get into the Calvardian embassy? Please, pass through. The Empire's got a sense of danger around it, but that's charming too. I'd love to go someday. It seems like the Royal Guard and some bracers solved last night's case. If the army and guild cooperate, we've got nothing to fear. Now, Olivier, don't get in the way of work. As you have no doubt noticed, the ambassador insists we keep this place neat and tidy. Is Mueller back yet? Or is he waiting for us in Bose? During our conflicts with the independent state, the Chancellor's command was incredible. To assemble a military force spread across such an enormous space temporarily at the borders with the Orbital Railroad. Claim victory with a shock attack, then return the forces as quickly as possible to their defensive positions. This is what the Orbital Railroad is for, huh? Our fatherland has no weaknesses now. When we annexed the independent state, the Chancellor's command was incredible. No, really, this is what the Orbital Railroad is for. For invading other countries? Queen Alicia's most likely more relieved than anyone that the criminal turned out to be a former member of the Royal Army. I realize that might be callous, but think about it. Had the criminal turned out to be a Republican citizen, do you think the Empire would have stayed quiet? And the opposite is surely true as well. It would have put a great strain on the Non-Aggression Pact. Liberalians are given the right to freedom of speech, unlike the Empire. Restrictions are fairly stringent in the Empire. Published materials are especially scrutinized. My job involves making sure it's all appropriate for public consumption. I've got to check whether published works are suitable for our nation as a whole, if they break any laws, and all that stuff. Good luck, have fun. Good day, Olivier. And to you as well, bracers. Good day, Ambassador. Bumming around as usual, I see. I should hope you're not using Mueller's absence as an excuse to run wild. Tut, and you're far too serious, as usual. What do you need today? I've already received a report about the letter. Oh, really? Yes, I was told it was written by those special ops criminals. All completely unrelated to the Empire, as I'd insisted before. Well, I wouldn't say completely. Telling him the truth would only complicate things. Allow me to express my earnest gratitude for your efforts. Thanks to your efforts, a false suspicion hanging upon my fatherland has been cleared. Minuscule as it was, even a single blight upon the Empire's dignity brings me great displeasure. How odd. We haven't received our routine report from Mueller in Bose. Uh-oh. Let's hope nothing happened to Mueller. Maybe he was injured during the theft. Apparently, this guy is determined to visit the History Museum. Since we're on vacation, I want to go somewhere else today. Please, just yesterday wasn't enough time to get a real look at it. Well, you guys don't have to, visit places together. You can do your separate thing. Um, did you find the young lady you were looking for? Yeah. Don't worry, we found her. I see, that's good to hear. When I heard about the incident late last night, I was worried about the young lady. I'm very relieved to hear you found her. There were still dragons alive during the Zemurian Age. Now that I think about it, I read a report from a person researching the ancient dragons. I believe they lived in bows. Alright, that's clearly a hint, you know? We're gonna be seeing a dragon soon. Woohoo! The History Museum is willing to hire me. To me, it's like getting paid to treasure hunt. I feel so happy I could just dance. I've had a request from Jimmy. Apparently, he wants to become a curator. He has no experience, but given his history, he has a very unique and interesting perspective. I imagine it will take some time, but he is promising. So I think I'll employ him. The devices and artifacts in each tower. There's a mountain of things I'd like to investigate, so I need him to work hard. He's familiar with rumors and legends of treasure, it seems. Quite the interesting personage. Alright, well, congratulations. Good luck, have fun. Alright, I think that's everyone. Except the people in the Calvardian embassy. Should we get Zin and check that out too? Sure, why not? Why not? Oh.
Right.
Together now!
Zin, would you like to go into the embassy? Yeah, I would. Maybe we should have had Zin with us when we talked to the ambassador as well, but it's fine, it's whatever. If you're looking for Ambassador Kokrin, she's out inspecting the royal villa. After all, it is the site of the signing ceremony. Thank you, we appreciate it. Seems like these Intelligence Division folk were behind one of the recent incidents. Well, I doubt it will affect the signing ceremony. I can appreciate Queen Alicia's feelings on the matter. The ambassador does not hesitate to voice her dislike of Erebonia, but those feelings come from somewhere else. I know quite well. Care to share? Just leave us hanging, it's fine. Cool, cool. Okay. I guess we can go to the landing port now. Ready to depart. It's never boring with Anton. Yeah, if you're a real man, you have to open your own road. The time to set forth has come. Alright, good luck with that, have fun. I finally found what I want to do. That's why I plan on going to Bose to study. I sure had my heart racing when those Intelligence Division guys appeared. If order is disrupted, it can make the tourism drop like a rock after all. I'm glad they were all caught. Hearing about the Intelligence Division always puts me on edge. Thanks to them, our company and I suffered severe damages. The Lynn just left port a bit ago. Next will be the westbound Cecilia coming into port. I couldn't find any good wife candidates for my son, ultimately. How terribly frustrating. Yeah, I promise. Listen, you have to be good and keep quiet. The final overall check is the job of the chief engineer, isn't it? More to the point, why are you talking to me like I'm in charge here? Really, why is it always like this? No problems at all in the engine section. I finished turning the orbital pressure. Is that everything then? Next time we come back, somebody will have usurped that position. There will be a new chief engineer. The new engine's capabilities are really something. But it looks like we'll still need to do multiple flight tests to gather data. We've also got to think of tuning the machine to make the most out of this output. I'd like to get Professor Russell's opinion at some point. Can we board the Arce? I mean, it is Chloe's family's property, after all. No? How rude. Welcome! You're the party of bracers heading for Bose, correct? Yes, that's right. Very good. We've received your fare from Elnan. Are you ready to check in? Everybody else is single file, and we're just defying the standard. Thank Adios, we made it in time. Niall and Dorothy! Huh? Niall and Dorothy? Estelle! Phew, thought we'd missed you. We stopped by the guild, but they said you'd already left. Glad we managed to catch you before your flight. What's wrong? I thought we told you everything about the case last night. It ain't that. We've got something to tell you personally. You mind speaking with us? Alone like. Me? Shira. Go ahead, Estelle. Hear them out. I'll be sure to save you a seat. Thanks, Shira. Good day then, Niall. Dorothy? Bye-bye. Okay, so what's all this about? What's so... Olivier. Olivier, why are you still here? Think of me as a stone in the pavement, a butterfly gracing the wind. Please, speak freely, pay me no mind. I swear. That's one hell of a talkative stone. I thought this might be the case when I didn't see him bored. Shira, let's get you to your seat, my dear Lenheim. Oh, Olivier. He's the same as always, then. Pretty much. Dorothy? You look kind of out of it. Even more so than usual, I mean. What's wrong? I thought you were off taking photos in Bose. Yeah, I, just got back this morning. Estelle? Wait, I remember. You were off at that old fort in the Misty Valley. The one they're using as a military train. Wait, isn't that... Finally twigged to it, huh? That's the base the bandits raided last night. Dorothy here was literally on the scene when those thugs took their ship back. Oh, man, okay. So you came out here to tell us what happened. Aw, thanks, I appreciate it. To tell you what happened, you might say that. Now Dorothy has pictures. Huh? Heck with it. It's 1,000 words or a picture. Dorothy, hand it over. Yes, sir. Estelle? Don't go crazy about this, okay? Pictures don't always tell the whole truth. Forever. Or something. Or did I just insult myself? What's all this about? Why do you look so serious? I, took this picture. Dorothy handed Estelle a single photograph. Oh. Let's see. I recognize Miss Tomboy, the bandit over there. And that would be... What? I'm holding off on giving this photo to the army for the moment. I won't run it in the paper either. I'll let you deal with it how you want. But wasn't Mueller also there? Has he agreed to this?